Hey guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an article titled Why Smart Men Avoid Single Mothers. And guys, this is a pretty funny article that I found this morning. Gave me a good laugh when I was waiting to go out to see personal training clients. So I decided to do it today. And this article, this guy is going to go into all these reasons why dating single moms is a giant pain in the ass and all the drama and all that. And a lot of the things that he goes through, because it's a lot, there's definitely a lot of truth to that. I definitely agree there. But here's the thing, guys, and as I go through the article, you're going to see this. A lot of what he talks about can be simply applied to most women in general, okay? But also I want to point out, guys, and you're going to notice this guy, he's definitely been burned, okay? He's definitely had some bad experiences dating single moms for whatever reasons. Maybe it was them or the way he was showing up, who knows? But he's had some bad experiences, and you're going to be able to sense that bitterness as I go through this article, and it's entertaining to read. And the thing is this, guys, and I want to make this clear, I've said it before, this is not the Boy Scout channel, okay? If you're looking for the Boy Scout channel, go someplace else. I am not the den master or whatever they call it. I'm keeping it real here, guys, and so I'm going to say this, being the fact that this is not the Boy Scout channel. A lot of single moms recently have gotten out of crappy marriages for whatever reason. Usually it's their fault, whatever reason, and quite simply are looking to have fun. They're looking to play. So if you play your cards right and you understand that, you have an easy opportunity to get some easy ass with these single moms, okay? Like I said, I'm not the Boy Scout channel, okay? So, and you gotta understand that all these headaches and drama that he talks about definitely do happen. Trust me, I know, I've been there. But if you go into these situations, dating the single moms, with the mindset that, hey, keep it casual, don't try to get into anything serious, and just have fun, you can you can benefit from that. Okay? So I'm going to go through this article here, and so again, article says, Why Smart Men Avoid Single Mothers. He says, smart men don't date single mothers. Why? Because dating a single mother is just a headache. Dealing with these women is a recipe for drama, and more drama. Seriously, these women are not worth the grief. They're stranded in 18 years of hell, and they're looking for someone to be company to join them in their misery. There's a lot of truth to that, but you know what? Dating any woman can potentially be a headache and drama. Let's be honest here. It depends on her and depends on you whether you allow that bullshit. So he goes into his reasons, and the first one is never available. A single mother's schedule is never open. Single mothers are the kind of women to always cancel dates in the last minute. Something always gets in the way of a man spending time with her. It's hard to have a relationship with her because she's never there. Well, see, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is talking about relationships. I'm talking about just simply casual dating and hooking up and having fun. Because again, a lot of these women just got out of marriages and they want to play. And also, guys, by the way, there's a difference between dating a single mom that has a child under 10, particularly very little, versus someone that has children that are teenagers. Different ballgame then. Dating will be easier when the kids are older. So you can get a single mom in her early to mid-30s, and yes, you guys will date women in their early to mid-30s, as long as they're good looking and take care of themselves, you can have fun. But again, it's different if she has teenage kids versus little kids. Totally different dynamic. There's going to be more cancellations, a lot more shit like that, because little kids do shit and it happens. So just understand that. Goes on next to say, you are not a priority. Usually in a relationship, the man winds up dead last. Behind her kids, her job, the car, the kitchen sink, the stopped up toilet, even the dog gets more attention and affection than a man involved with a single mother. Any man who gets involved with a single mother winds up fifth stringer in a relationship, and he rarely ever gets called up to play. Well, that is true in terms of the relationship aspect. He keeps focusing on relationships. Yeah, the kids are going to come first, duh. I mean, obviously. And then, obviously, other things, her job and dog and all that stuff. But again, if you go into it realizing this, that, hey, you're the low man on the totem pole, but you can have fun with her, But when he mentioned earlier about last-minute cancellations and stuff, never tolerate that, guys. If a woman cancels on you the last minute before a date, unless she's literally going to have surgery or something like that, or somebody dies, and you know it's true, it's not bullshit, if she blows you off at the last minute, that's it. move the fuck on, okay? Or if you decide to give her another chance, make her come to you. She comes to meet you at your place on your terms. You don't go meet her, which a lot of guys do. They'll get blown off at the last minute, and then they'll go meet her where she wants on her terms. You don't do that. Woman blows you off, either you have nothing to do with her afterwards because, hey, because you should have other women you're dating and you don't tolerate that crap. And B, I mean, just there's other options, and also if it does happen, let her come to you. That's it. But you only tolerate that once, okay? And again, this should be casual dating. Next one here, thinks the world revolves around her and only her. A single mother is one of the biggest narcissists on the dating scene. She often thinks that a man has to drop everything in his life to be part of hers and her kids. They're so selfish, they don't think a man has needs, wants, or a life of his own. He's just supposed to be there to give her everything she wants in life. Well, again, this guy obviously had bad experiences because he went into it wanting a relationship. He went into it being needy, okay? Look at it from the perspective of just a casual relationship. It's a totally different view on this whole situation. But this guy probably also was a giver, giving, and she took advantage of it. So you don't do that, guys, okay? And yeah, but also this can be applied to lots of women, not just single moms. Let's be honest here. And if they perceive you as weak, if they perceive you as easy and someone they can have their way with, they're going to treat you like a doormat. So you never give off that vibe, and you don't tolerate bullshit. You know, you check them when they're being disrespectful or check them when they're pulling crap. You don't have to be a dick about it, but just you call them on it. And then if they're rude about it, then you can amp it up in terms of your response to how she's acting. Next one, emotionally unavailable. Most single moms cannot form an intimate connection with a man because her feelings are invested in other people. Usually her primary focus is on the children. Yeah, her focus is going to be on the children because of the number one thing in her life, and everything's kind of on her, aside from getting the alimony payment from Papa. But again, don't go into this situation expecting this future love of your life. Don't be needy. That part goes on to say, in addition to dedicating herself to her children, most single mothers have given their hearts to someone else, their children's father. And those feelings she still has for him will always prevent her from getting closer to you. There will always be some distance between a single mother and the new man in her life. That's not true. A lot of times these single moms can't stand their exes. Okay, some want them back, but generally the women are the ones that ended the relationship for whatever reasons, so they usually can't stand him. So this guy obviously has had a bad situation. But if you're dating a single mom and you want it to become something more, and that's your choice, understand it's going to take time. But also you got to show up as an alpha. You got to show up as a man, not some guy that's looking for someone to love him and want kind of a mommy. You know, the whole needy, clingy crap, that's not going to work. And this guy, I can tell from when he's writing, probably showed up that way and turned her off and gave her things and kissed her ass and was a doormat and was jerked around. You can tell. The ex-baby daddy is always there. A man just doesn't deal with a single mother. He deals with her ex or her baby daddy as well. And this guy is always hovering around like a helicopter, looking to cock block you. Some of these guys will still think they have a shot at getting back with her. Others just don't want her to see her happy. A lot of these dudes want to fight over her. Seriously, it's a game they're playing with each other. And they'll be playing that game with each other until their children turn 18 or 21. Head for the exit. It's just not worth dealing with this fool and his insecure bullshit. Well, that's definitely true. You're date a single mom and the father's in the life of the kids. He's going to be a part of it one way or another. And maybe he is jealous and wants to pull some crap. That can happen. I mean, I understand that. But you know what, guys? You date any woman and she has an ex and he's attached to her, you may have to deal with his crazy ass. I mean, you just never know. But again, you don't let it defeat you. But again, as I said, go into the single mom thing as a casual, fun relationship. Don't go into expecting to get the next future love of your life. Not that that's true, not that that happens. I made that clear, but you know what I mean. Next up, the kids are working against you. When dealing with a single mother, you also deal with kids. Kids who still, in their little heart of hearts, think dad will come back and love them. There is truth to that. Seriously, get the hell out of there. Those kids will hate you. They will act out to keep you from getting closer to mommy. They will make accusations against you to get you in trouble. Again, it's not worth dealing with the bullshit to get with a female. There are 4 billion women in the world. Well, there's more than that. You can find a quality female who doesn't care all this baggage or give you this much grief. Yeah, some kids may try to screw things up, hoping to, that things work out with their dad. But a lot of them will, especially when they're older, want to see their mom happy and will be cool. I've seen both. So go into it understanding that can happen, but it's not always the case. Next up, entitled attitude. Single mothers think because she had a baby out of wedlock, the world owes her everything. And she thinks she's the one who deserves the best. Well, guess what? Pretty much in this day and age, almost all women think they deserve the best, whether they're a 10 or a 5. So this can be applied, and a lot of things I've read can be applied to multiple women, not just, single moms. Even though she's usually collecting welfare, food stamps, or child support, in eyes she's still supposed to be treated like she's the queen because she popped a kid out of her you-know-what. Not every single mom, whether she had a kid out of wedlock, is on welfare or collecting food stamps or whatever. That's bullshit. As we all know darn well, there's plenty of women in this day and age that do extremely well for themselves and can have a kid and take care of them in the whole 9 yards, okay? Yes, there's definitely some. I don't know where this guy is writing his story from, where he lives, but there's plenty that take care of it. That doesn't mean they're all on welfare and all that. The other part, it says, in their deluded, distorted version of the world, men are still supposed to take her out to the finest restaurants and buy them lots of expensive stuff. And he's supposed to take care of her kids too, buying them whatever they want while taking a blind eye to their bad behavior. Only if the guy is weak and has no value for himself and thinks he has to do all that crap to get her, okay? A guy that has value, he's not going to tolerate someone that's trying to get all this stuff out of him, okay? He's not going to tolerate that shit. But this guy, I guarantee you, probably, like I said, I believe he's needy, went into a situation looking for a relationship, and was constantly being taken advantage of. And hence he's writing this whole article, which there are things I agree with, but things I can see through his writing that he definitely didn't help himself. Next up, distorted self-image. Single mothers still think she's sexy like she was before she had the baby. Only she doesn't understand how her body was changed, in some cases, for the worse. Yeah, there are a lot of women out there that have this mindset that, hey, I used to be an 8, and I'm still an 8, even though I'm 10 or 15 years older and had a bunch of kids. And that's certainly not the case in a lot of times. There are women, though, that have had children, in some case multiple children, and they lose the weight, they get back to the gym, they eat healthy, and they look really good. Trust me, I know this. Plenty of women in their 30s and 40s, for that matter, that look damn good. Does that mean they're as attractive physically as they were in their late teens and 20s? No. Or before they had children? No. But still, they can look damn good. So it doesn't mean they're all, a bunch of whales. He says single mothers are the type to try to squeeze themselves into sexy outfits like low-rise jeans and cropped t-shirts to show off their belly button, not seeing the muffin top and stretch marks squeezing out over the top of their pants. Yes, some do this, but not all. They're the type of they try to stuff themselves into slinky spandex dresses, not aware of that gut and the cellulite in their asses, and head out to the club. She thinks men are supposed to run up on her, offering to buy her drinks. And because a few thirsty simps step to her, she thinks she still got it. But the only people who want what she has to offer are scavengers at the bottom of the social scene. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. Again, in this day and age, thanks to social media and dating apps, where guys are constantly complimenting and validating women and all that, you can see where that comes from. That's why I advise you guys that are on social media and you're connected to women that either you're dating or women that, that you're acquainted with, or you're just like her Instagram page because she's hot. Don't like those pictures. Don't comment on those pictures. You do that, makes the problem worse. And as for the dating apps, if you do that, try, instead of bombarding women with freaking messages, just set up your profile, make it look good, and let them come to you. It's a lot easier because they're used to being bombarded all the time. And the more guys that do that, it builds the egos and the delusional mindset. I've said this before in videos. I'm saying it again because I know I've got a lot of new people in the last few weeks. It's not hard, guys. you liking their pictures and commenting on them, I bet you for a lot of them, especially if you don't know them, notice how they don't write back. Notice how they don't respond to what you had to say or even like it, because they see you as a fan, nothing more. Someone to give them attention and make them feel good. That's it. So don't do that. Next up, he says, always the victim. Single mothers never take responsibility for their actions. The situations they're always in is the fault of that no good man or those damn kids, their mother or someone else. They never take any time to do any self-examination or make any efforts to change their lives. They're still looking for some rich, incredibly handsome man to put on a cape and play Captain Save-A-Ho. Sweep her off her feet and take her out of the troubling situation she helped make. Well, a lot of women do this, not just single moms. A lot of women, it's not their fault for the circumstances they're in. They'll blame somebody else. I mean, how many times have you guys been in a situation with, whether it be guys that were married or relationships, where she did something, whatever it happened to be, and she was in the wrong, and you pointed out to her, and she couldn't just simply admit that she was wrong. Okay, not all women do this, but a lot do. And I've been on the receiving end of this bullshit, and they try to twist it around and blame you. Okay? And so, number one, guys, don't ever tolerate that. But also, it's common. It isn't just the single moms. Next one. The Jekyll and Hyde personality. A single mother will be the sweetest thing when a man first dates her, but a few months into the relationship, she turns into a nut job. A man will usually see glimpses of this when she chastises her kids when he first meets them. During that meeting, she'll yell at them and bully them to get them to act right while praising a man like he's an angel. It's all an act. Heaven will turn into hell around the 6-month mark. Well, guys, as I've told you before, and I'm sure many of you are aware, in the beginning, everything's all wonderful. Everybody's on their best behavior. But after a few months of dating, and obviously you're hooking up and all that, that's when a lot of people's true nature, their true colors start coming out. Both men and women. Goes both ways. And so it isn't just single moms. And for you guys that obviously been around the block, you know that I'm right about this. So that's why it's not wise to jump in any kind of, exclusive relationship with a woman right away. You want to take your time. One, because guess what, guys? I want you guys to be men of value that doesn't just settle for the first thing that falls in your lap. I want you to take your time to find what works for you if that's what you want. But in terms of the not jumping into it right away, because again, you know what you're dealing with. I mean, how many times have you heard these crazy stories where somebody's been out on a couple dates and they are already in a relationship, and shortly later they get married before they really know each other, and then the true colors come out. So you don't want to do that. Goes on, once a single mother gets a man settled into her life, it's not common for her to start verbally abusing him and mocking him as she projects all that pent-up rage from those previous failed relationships onto him. And it's usually around that point that most men realize why this woman is single and why it's time for him to hit the exit door. Exactly. Again, guys, if you don't know any better, don't jump into any kind of exclusive relationships. I don't do relationships at this point in my life. I may change in 10, 15, 20 years when I'm tired of, dating, having rotations and all that. But I would never, A, get married. That's never going to happen. I don't care what happens. And number two, I'm not going to live with a woman because I know what happens there, as I've advised you guys. But in terms of if you want to do an exclusive relationship, date the girl, just the two of you until, basically the honeymoon period ends or any bullshit starts, you can do that. But again, be aware that if she starts to need crap early on, you check her. Always check her. Stand up for yourself. Because if you don't stand up for yourself, A, she's not going to respect you. And B, the drama and BS will get worse until you do stand up to her. It's not that hard. Next up, drama queen. Because a single mother always sees herself as a victim of society, she's always talking about her problems. And she always has a new trouble to bring to everyone. There's never a good day in the life of a single mother because there's always some new crisis about to emerge in her life. That could be any woman. The reason single mothers need the drama is because it makes them feel important. It makes people pay attention to them. And when Captain Save-A, H-O-E, is doting on them trying to solve their problems, it makes them feel an artificial sense of value. They need that value to deflect people's attention from how pathetic their lives actually are. I told you this guy's bitter. Guess what, guys? All women like drama. Why do you think they have all those shows that women watch on TV, like 90 Day Fiancé or The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, and plenty of other shows that I can't think of right now? Drama, drama, drama. Women love it. It's exciting. It's fun for them, okay? Why do you think a lot of women have groups of friends and the frenemies, and you split that group up and the one group's talking about the other, and there's always some sort of drama? You don't have that crap with guys because we don't have time for drama, okay? So this could be any woman, okay? And there's different varying degrees of this. You got some that are, low-key and are easier going with some drama, and you got some that are absolutely drama central, drama on wheels. Those you avoid. Next up, manipulative. In most cases, a single mother has no interest in a man she's dating. In a lot of cases, she's just using the guy as a pawn. Well, that could certainly be the case, but guess what? That could be happening in any situation. And on the subject of manipulation, I have news for you, for this guy and all you guys. All women manipulate. All of them do. All of them are little Emperor Palpatines in one form or another, okay? It just depends on how much of it they do. We just have to learn, and some of us, it could take decades to do it, to see through that stuff and not tolerate it. In most cases, she's dating to make her baby daddy jealous. Deep down in her heart of hearts, she believes that if she's seen with someone else who sees her as valuable, then he'll see her as valuable and take her back. That could be some cases, but a lot of times no. Usually she has no interest in the ex. In other cases, when she's not trying to get a rise out of baby daddy, she's playing the sympathy card, using a guy to get gifts, free dinners, and free drinks out of him. To a single mother, the men in her lives are just as human ATM machines where she whispers a sweet nothing in his ear like a PIN number and money comes out of his wallet. That's pretty funny. Well, again, guys, a lot of women are like that, not just baby mamas. And so you have to pay attention to that and not let yourselves be used. Therefore, as I've always said in previous videos, you're meeting up for a date, the first time, one drink. That's it. Beer, wine, if you don't drink or you're too young, a coffee, a tea, dirt cheap. That's it. You can get her number pretty quickly in terms of if she's masculine, if she's a you-know-what-ist, all these things, using you. If you want to go out, if you're arranging a first date and she wants to go to some 5-star restaurant, meanwhile you just want to meet up for a drink, that tells you everything. Bail. I don't care how hot she is, okay? Bail. Because that's what it's going to be. Goes on, and because she's a drama queen who loves to play the victim, the single mother plays to men's emotions to get them to react in the way she wants. It's not common for a single mother to tell her man about her baby daddy so he can go fight him, or pit two baby daddies against each other. Many a man has wound up either dead or in prison because a single mother played the victim card. Well, again, who are the type of women he's describing here? Kind of on the lower end of society. Lower on the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak. And I don't want you guys dating those type of women, okay? Because you're going to have a lot of problems. I'm telling you right now. But guys, all women manipulate. Trust me. They learn when they're little girls, and they do that until they are ripe old age. My mom, I love her, but she pulls this kind of crap. Not like this, but my mom pulls stuff, and I can see right through it every time. It's almost like a game. But she's old, and I love her, but she was the same 20 years ago, 40 years ago. I'm sure she was the same when she was younger. But that's what they all do. Next up, dishonest. A single mother is a liar. It's how she gets what she wants. It's how she manipulates people. It's how she takes care of her kids. It's how she survives this world. Single mothers lie, and they lie all the time. They lie to men about their age, their height, their weight, how many kids they have, the job they do. On top of the lies they tell to others, they lie to themselves. They lie to about how beautiful they are. They lie to telling themselves they're still a catch. They lie to telling themselves they still have a chance with a good man. They lie telling themselves that their lives will be happy every other day. The horrible truth is, without those lies, most of the single mothers would realize how pathetic their lives are. Man, this guy's bitter, guys. I would love to know what real experience this guy had here as he's going on here. I mean, it's funny to read, but this guy was seriously burned. They're at the bottom of the barrel in the dating scene, and the only men who want them are pathetic manginas and thirsty simps. Next up, carries baggage, and more baggage. A single mother has more issues than Time and Newsweek combined. And when she's looking for a man, and she's not looking for an equal caring partner, she's looking for a Pullman porter to take care of her kids and clean up her messes with the children's father. Brothers, don't let yourself get sized up for a white jacket and the bow tie. Anyway, dealing with a single mother is like walking through a minefield. After several months of being involved with her, it leaves a man anxious and tense because he doesn't know where to step that won't lead to an explosion that kills him. That's why smart men avoid single mothers like disease. Smart men understand life is too short to put up with someone's drama and their emotional baggage. I agree with that, but it isn't just single mothers. Life's short, guys. It's not your job to fix people. You take care of yourself. Let them fix themselves. I know a lot of you guys are fixers out there and want to rescue some woman and all that. Not all of you, but a lot of you guys, if you're honest with yourselves. No. We only have limited time on God's earth, and who wants to spend it being a Pullman porter cleaning up someone else's messes? As I stated before in a previous blog, let that woman take her run over Jimmy Choo's and clean up her own mess. She made her bed, now let her lie in the wet spot. Don't date single mothers and don't waste your time with them. There are 4 billion people in the world, 4 billion women in the world. If you're patient, you'll find a good one. Well, I thought that was pretty funny to read, but like I said before, this guy is definitely bitter. But like I said in this article, guys, yes, a lot of these things he described definitely can happen with single mothers. But like I said, it can happen with any woman, okay? Be aware of that. Bottom line is, you don't go into the situation with the idea of wanting to have this big relationship, okay? You go into it just casually to have fun and see what happens. But you never tolerate any bullshit. If there's any kind of crap, you check them on it, okay? And if they continue to be disrespectful or do disrespectful things, then you can check them even more and, up the ante in how you handle that checking. But life is short, guys. Like I said, it's not your responsibility to fix them and deal with their crap. I want you guys to have a very good, easy, drama-free life. And so if you are into dating and all that, again, like I said, one drink, and that way you can pretty much size them up. And as for the whole using thing, they say that if the woman says, hey, why don't we go to this restaurant or this or this or this, she wants you to spend money on her. So that is a good sign to get rid of her and move on to somebody else. Okay? And for the rest of you guys that don't date, have nothing to do with women, hey, you don't have to worry about this. You can save your money and have a life of no drama, just you, your mission, your purpose, your goals, and your dog. Or your cats like me. But for the rest of you, just be aware of these things. Go into the whole single mom thing if you want to do it just for some easy fun, because a lot of them just want to hook up and have a good time because they've been in that relationship and they need to blow some steam, no pun intended, blow some steam from those kids all the time. So, all right, guys, I know it was a longer video than I normally do, but it was a good article. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this, and be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.